For this live feature match, we have Seyfert Thunder Dragons versus Pure Thunder Dragon. A bit of a meta match for all of us to enjoy. Maybe we'll learn a thing or two about the matchup. By no means am I the expert at these decks. Well, maybe Thunder Dragon, regular Thunder Dragon I'm okay with, but like Seyfert Thunder Dragon, this is one of my earlier times piloting the deck. I guess Phil is starting this matchup, and he's starting with the Upstart Goblin, gaining 1,000 life points. Wow, I'm already ahead. Now, I want to give you guys a little bit of a backstory about this match. Phil has been crushing me with Thunder Dragon for some time now during our practice matches, and this match is also timed, by the way. And I wanted revenge against him. I tried Crusadia Thunder, and that didn't work out, so I decided to switch to the Seyfert build. And this is right now about 2 in the morning, and we filmed this one inside of a Tim Hortons, guys. And for those of you guys who are my American or non-Canadian viewers, this is kind of like an equivalent of Dunkin' Donuts. You're just filming inside of a shop. I set up my rig in there, and we got things going. So the lighting might not be that great, but you know, we work with what we have sometimes. So you know, I find that there are no limitation. If you can't find somewhere to record, just go to like a McDonald's or something, and hopefully you don't get kicked out. But anyways, starting with this match, he goes off and activates Thunder Dragon Hawk. He uses regular Thunder Dragon. He loaded up his grave, did the one at a time, and I made sure that I did not get locked out by his Colossus by activating my copy of Thunder Dragon Dark before I get shut out by the Colossus, preventing me from completely searching. But he proceeds to banish it, and banish it complete with a Dark to get a search from his own Dark, putting a Titan on board. He's trying to set up his graveyard for sure. But this kind of play is kind of awkward. He was unable to put 2 monsters onto the field at the same time. That only means that he bricked. That's probably the only reason why you would do something like that. And being unable to put up 2 monsters on board, ooh, that is gonna leave him a choice. He's either gonna have to leave the board with a Titan, or he's gonna have to leave the board with a Colossus. And when you have those kinds of reads, you gotta max out this kind of opportunity given to you. You have to crush the board and try to go for the OTK right away, because the turn after that is not gonna be as forgiving. With the setup graveyard, anything is going to be quite devastating, to be honest. So he's gonna go ahead and add the Thunder Dragon Fusion. Let me know down in the comment section if you think he should have added that card, or is there any other better play that maybe he could have attempted. But yeah, with that kind of hand, I don't know. Feels quite awkward. And I do apologize for some of the glare that you guys are going to be seeing, just because, well, this is a Tim Hortons, where the lamp is literally to wreck our heads. And getting this lighting, I was actually a bit surprised already. He proceeds to set a card, and he activates Thunder Dragon Fusion. He's proceeding to put back his fusion monsters, recycling his resources pretty early on, but he has a setup grave. He has Thunder Dragon Hawk, regular Thunder Dragon. Yeah, he's gonna summon a Thunder Dragon Titan in defense mode onto the right zone of his side, and he proceeds to pass turn. And I draw it for turn. I drew into a Danger Mothman. I feel like there's a bit of a mistake here, because looking at my hand, I have at least 1 card that is going to offer me a search, which is this is the Melody of Awakening Dragons. Now I am playing the Herman Hansen build, not the Jesse Cotton build. And there's an argument for both builds, to be honest. Like, if you play the Jesse Cotton build, you're playing Seconds Light and you're still playing 2 spells, and there are occasions where it does trip up a little. And remember, you can't activate Seconds Light from your hand if you have spells in your graveyard. And after you use Seconds Light, you can't activate any more spell effects or spell and traps entirely. So there is a very big limitation. But the argument there is you get a lot of resources out of Seconds Light. And most of your cards don't go to the graveyard unless you or your opponent put it there. And neither build run counters to Mystic Mine, so that is going to be a limitation regardless. So with that card, I go ahead and add 2 cards. I'm going to add the Darkest Diablos, and I'm going to add a Chaos Dragon Legionnaire. But of course, the Mothman was discarded, so both of us are going to proceed to draw 1 card, and we're both going to discard 1 card. And in my hand, I have some really good card in my hand. So, oh, there we go, Mothman. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Mothman effect. And, okay, so with that, dump the Seyfert. Seyfert is it Seyfert or Seyfert? I probably need a little English lesson on that one. Leave it down in the comment section if you guys can give me the bit of the pronunciation there. I'm going to go ahead and just banish the Seyfert. And, okay, and the Dark and the Mothman to summon a Chaos Dragon Legionnaire. I'm ready to pop some stuff. He's got his set impermanence in the bag, which is highly likely going to negate it. And yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and activate it, and here we go. He's gonna impermanent. That's fine. Okay, Impermanence has negated, but I'm still gonna get my Thunder Dragon Dark Search and Draco Net. Oh my god! You know, while I'm doing my regular plays, see, this is the part where he could have totally used Colossus. Colossus would have completely shut me out. I think even a single Colossus would have done massive damage to my current board. But yes, Draco Net versus Oviraptor. Draco Net, of course, is the much better choice. If you had to put one of those packages in, Draco Net is probably the one to go. And I go ahead and activate Thunder, Dragon, Hawk, and Phil chains his Titan. Titan does offer pressure where I cannot activate any more Thunder effects without losing cards. That is the nature of the Thunder Dragon matchup. I go ahead and tribute with the Hawk, summoned out Dark to go into a Colossus, activating the Darkest Diablos in my hand. That gives me quite a few monsters. I have not normal summoned yet. And back to my Draco Net speech here. You just run a lot less bricks, and it works well with dangers, especially Tsuchinoko and Jackalope, as they are level 3, and you can still go into the Ib combo even if you don't open Draco Net. So the vanilla is a little bit better. Well, the Jesse build runs Vishuda, the 10-Yi Spirit of Vishuda, and that card works well with the Galaxy Serpent. As Galaxy Serpent is a normal monster, you can use the Compulse effect to get rid of some of the Floodgate monsters your opponent might be opposing on you. Namely, according to his example, Winda, which does come up a lot in the meta matchup. So I highly recommend putting Vishuda into your deck if you're trying Seyfert Thunder. It's a different type. It goes in the Curious, and it lets you bounce a card. And it works around not needing to special summon to get that bounce effect. So it works out really nicely to crack boards, breaking boards, you know, in the words of Cotton. Okay, so now I gotta do something about this board because Colossus is actually eating up a space, so I'm gonna go ahead and use Darkest Diablos, and my opponent will have to put one of his cards back to the top or bottom of the deck, which sucks for him because now I'm gonna go ahead and do Ib combo, and without a card in hand, that's just gonna leave me a free play. I don't have to worry about Nibiru, I don't have to worry about anything, and even if Nibiru was there, Darkest Diablos would still survive the board. So with Ib combo, proceed to add the spell of World Legacy Guard Dragon. And speaking of World Legacy cards, have you guys seen the new Link monster, the Keymaster, I believe, where you have to have a World Legacy card to actually summon the card? Very powerful stuff. Probably will become pretty useful in the future. So go ahead and activate the card, target, of course, the vanilla Galaxy Serpent. Galaxy Serpent now going to proceed to link that one off into IP Masquerena. Ignore my sleeve colors. I've been like messing around with decks, pulling them from random deck profiles to kind of gather all together. And we're going to activate Ib, the World Chalice Justicar. Summon out World Chalice Guard Dragon with World Chalice Guard Dragon. We're going to link you off. You've been linked off. Okay. Now this part of the combo I'm not as familiar with. I feel like I technically can just move it over and just use the effect. I think it's a little bit safer because you save a bit of resource. You can go ahead and get a Brotar. Brotar can help you fetch a Chaos Dragon Leviathan. I'm just really gunning for resources now. I'm just tossing away everything that I can't really use. And from this position, you can technically also go into adding the field spell, because you can take the Brotar and the copy of LP and convert it into the Romulus. I believe I ditched did I ditch a Nessie? Yeah, I probably ditched a Nessie on that play. And then you can actually link it into Appaloosa, giving you a full board of negation against the Nibiru early on before you even commit to the Pisty summon. You can conserve some summons based off of that. I don't think Phil's gonna live through this turn, because if you summon successfully Guard Dragon, okay, I'm just gonna go into Boral Sword. Wow, that is I can still go into Pisty play after this. Well then. Looking at my full graveyard, I have a lot of options to play. Probably should have put it on camera. Next time, guys. It's a Tim Hortons. It's 2 in the morning. We're going to banish 2. Light and a dark. I'm pretty sure I have both light and darks. Let's commit something that is easy to recover. Likely Thunder Dragons are rather easy to recover. Okay, there's my light, there's my dark. I get a double swing right here. And we're gonna go ahead and summon a Chaos Dragon Leviathan once again. This should be enough. This definitely should be enough, because if the face down card isn't some sort of Floodgate-esque monster like, I don't know, Fossil dying to blow up my entire board, I don't think there's any major threat at this point. We're gonna go ahead and banish 3. Like, some people say you don't really need a Borrowed Sword, but I personally actually enjoy having a Borrowed Sword. You can switch it to a Borrowed Load if you want, but there are just more opportunities for a Borrowed Sword to just suddenly get game. Like, you can cut a game short, like if you don't want to grind. Phil proceeds to scoop up this one, and I proceed to take the game 1. And yeah, that is basically it. Yeah, that's game right there. So now we proceed to game 2. Now, if you guys are wondering how did I bring back the additional Chaos Dragon Legionnaire from the graveyard or banished piles, because I still had PSD access through the Galaxy Serpent. Okay, you just banish the World Chalice Guard Dragon, and we can go ahead and summon that out. Okay, Phil starting off his turn with 1 at a time Thunder Dragons. That does not look very good for him. Yeah, that's not a good look. But maybe he'll be able to do something more. He seems to have decided to go second, but he chose to go first anyway. But going first is pretty important. And Thunder Dragon is supposed to be a harder matchup for Seyfert Thunders, simply because Colossus and Titan together shuts down about 2/3 of the deck on their own. So yeah, he's gonna go ahead and activate Thunder Dragon Hawk. I have no response. I don't have a Dark this time. I do have Draconet. That's a beautiful card. And no, yeah, Draconet is such a powerful card. Doesn't require me to do searches. At least I can directly summon from the deck. Goes into Colossus. Is he going to sit on the Colossus this time? No, I think he can perhaps extend further this time. He did not normal summon yet. He has options to tribute summon for once. Oh yeah, he is going to go ahead and do the tribute summon for a Thunder Dragon Dark. And now that he has light and dark targets, he can go ahead and summon out his Thunder Dragon Duo, setting up the double monster that he was not able to do in the previous game. So this is starting to path away into a different game. This is what game 1 could have been, but we're all completely sighted in right now. He's going to link it off into some Summer Summoner. Thunder Dragon Dark activates. He's going to get himself a search, probably of, yes, he's going to be getting Fusion. Fusion is such a powerful card, guys. Don't just blindly go into Hawk or anything like that. Get the Fusion. The Fusion is what lets you play past the turn 1, lets you recycle your resources, putting back 2 of the regular Thunder Dragons, the OGs, and 1 copy of the Colossus. And now he gets to himself a Titan, and I'm like, dude, I have nothing, just go ahead and make your board. And we are playing under a timer again. So this is how you get real life practice. You gotta play according to time. You know, I'll call out if anyone ever slow plays in this game, of course. And yeah, that's it. I think he passes turn on the not the strongest board, Titan Colossus. Like, no back row, no sort of hand traps. It seems like I can try and play. I have Dragon Ravine. Dragon Ravine is a very scary card. You might have noticed that, hey, the camera's slowly changing angle, and hey, how come that card's kind of half cut away? It's because I didn't tighten the bolt hard enough, so it's like slowly tilting. I just never noticed it, but this is what happens when you're the only one fixing up the rig. But anyways, going ahead into the Draconet summon. Of course, you can't really stop it. So we're gonna go ahead and summon out our Galaxy Serpent. This gives us access to our Link 2 or a Synchro 5. We're gonna activate Bigfoot. Now, is Phil the American Sniper? Oh my god, bullseye. He sniped it out, and do I want to pop any of his cards? Let's take a look at the graveyard now. Yeah, definitely not. There's a Thunder Dragon Dark in there. Yeah, that's not happening. Yeah, I don't want to use the effect at all. Okay. Now I have to work around this. Now, even though I have a black dragon in hand, sending it to the graveyard will not fetch the white dragon. So I gotta really maximize the resources available. I still have the copy of the Ravine. I can still send cards to the graveyard. Now this is the part where I actually have to give it some deep thought. I am going to Synchro away the card. Synchroing is not too bad. The Synchroing gives me 1 additional body with this, because I can still get a copy of World Chalice Guard Dragon, and perhaps even summon back the Galaxy Serpent if I can do that. Oh, I'm just getting rid of the Galaxy Serpent. I'm going into Mr. Black Dragon. I guess is a Collapse Serpent. Gonna go ahead and activate the effect of the Dragon Ravine. Now I have a choice to discard the Seyfert. Yeah, no, it's actually a really good choice to throw away the Seyfert. Seyfert's gonna throw away the Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Now I'm kind of locked out of searches, and the one big problem on this current board is that Colossus can't really be destroyed by battle. That's probably the biggest problem. I think under these circumstances, I believe Boral Sword, it's not Boral, so Boral Load is the better option. So I'm going to go ahead and proceed to link these two into a 2. Now Black Dragon won't be able to get a search, but the Ib is going to search out and summon the World Chalice Guard Dragon. So yeah, that's going to provide me with a body, and then that gives me a link 3, that gives me access to Unicorn. That's... When you're thinking about it now, looking at that, my hand has the Thunder Dragon Roar. I get to activate the Roar as well. So this is actually leading down to our very solid board break. Well, I guess this is board break up until the point of the Titan. Yeah, I have to link these away. I don't get that search. It's not that I missed the search, guys. No, there's a Colossus on board. I can't get that search. Unicorn effect, I can throw this card into the graveyard. I was wondering how I'm going to put this into the graveyard, but Unicorn gave me that option, and we're going to target the Colossus. With the targeted Colossus, that gives me the ability to search cards with my Thunder Dragon Dark later on. So yeah, let's put that one away. Activate Seyfert, add back the Chaos Dragon Levianeer. 1 Dark, or rather 1 Roar. I think I'm going to go for triple Dark, since this Chaos Dragon Levianeer is not going to be able to pop that Thunder Dragon Titan. So triple Dark, at least rip a card out of his hand and get the effect of Roar to summon. Alright, let's go back. 1 card left. Thunder Dragon. Summon out, probably getting that Dark, and then I can get rid of my own Unicorn. I am a little scared of the Titan because the Titan can still pop my cards. Yep. Now I wonder if at any point I should have went into, like if I went into, say, Curious at this point, would it have actually have been worth it? Curious would have been able to mill some cards into the graveyard. I don't think it has enough like juice, because the problem is in the opening board I had to banish away my Galaxy Serpent. That was probably the big hit. Without the Galaxy Serpent, the dragon, the Guard Dragon in the graveyard will not be able to set up a full Guard Dragon combo anymore, and that's why I am so locked out because of the early Colossus. Okay, so 2 cards, proceeding to a link 4 probably. Now, I definitely would have given myself a bit of a slow play right there if I'm not going to summon a card here. I have to summon right now. Right now. I contemplating. This is the visual embodiment of a slow play. Yeah, I would have issued myself a slow play right here. I'm just considering because I'm like, I am so unfamiliar with these situations. This is my 4th time playing this deck. It's a very good deck nonetheless. But, see, like I put it into the graveyard, I put it back into the graveyard. Easy slow play. So okay, this is now committed. We're good. Only 1 warning on one side. So that's one version of what slow play could look like. Again, it's lots of slow play. It's not intentional, just due to inexperience with their own deck. Not, committing to the plays that you have to do and going into the Thunder Dragon yet. Negate that Titan. The Appaloosa came in clutch to make sure that my monsters are still being summoned. He definitely would have popped the Appaloosa, because the Appaloosa is definitely a lot more threatening, and we gotta put ourselves a Colossus on board, and that will prevent him from getting additional cards. Well, he kept his Mind Control. I completely missniped the Mind Control, and now he top decked into a DD Crow. I didn't know he had that. Phil, I'm watching you. Do you actually side DD Crow? I guess it's pretty good against Orcus. You can chain it so that you can dodge a Dingirzu. Oh my goodness, because I could not build into, well, I should have went into the big dude, what's his name, Hope Harbinger, to eat up the spells, but he could just run it over. He could just run over my monster simply by attacking with the Titan and then making a full comeback. But making that play would have been nice. Or it could actually ended up worse for me, because he would have activated Thunder Dragon Fusion, would have absorbed it, probably, and then he would mind control my monster afterwards, and that would have been pretty brutal. It's a bit of a 2-for-1 package deal right there to kill all my monsters. And he proceeds to add a Thunder Dragon Hawk with his Thunder Dragon Fusion that was left in the graveyard previously. Was he going to change battle position? No, he wasn't. So he's going to go into the Titan. Titan is going to have the option to attack. Very likely he's going to kill off the Appaloosa. Yeah, Appaloosa is no more. I believe it take 2,400, 32 to my 800. That's about 2,400 damage right there. So yeah, it's pretty brutal. Now he has a choice. If he activates that Hawk, he's gonna be able to pop a card off of my side of the field. So the card that he's probably gonna pop off is yeah, he's gonna chain it. I'm like, which are we gonna pop? We gonna pop the field spell, or you gonna pop the monster? The smarter choice, of course, is to pop the field spell, because the field spell nowadays, back then, like whatever, you can just like load up the graveyard as much as you can. It doesn't really matter. But nowadays, that field spell, every time you leave it there, it's either another Seyfert, and if it's another Seyfert, it just means that you're going to see more Chaos Dragon Levy and you're popping your board, and that is not fun. And he proceeds to go into the Lambda, Psyframe Lord Lambda. If he has any card he can activate, go ahead, but it doesn't seem like he has anything of that nature. Well then, okay, Dark as the Roar. And we're going to Tribute Summon, and he's going to get Colossus, and the Roar is now going to proceed to summon further. Summons up the Egg. He's going to link away the Egg. Colossus number 2. And Egg's effect. I don't know if he's going to put up the Titan, though. Is it even necessary? Or is this just double Colossus is more than enough to kind of prevent me from searching? I mean, it prevents me from top decking something good. So, double Titan with a Lambda. Is that your finishing board? Is that your final answer? Yeah, that was his final answer. I drew into an Allure, though. That's pretty good. Am I sacky enough? Yeah, I'm pretty sacky, I would say. Top deck into a Thunder Dragon Roar. I get to banish it. I get to summon out another Thunder Dragon out from my deck. But I am locked out from searching. I think the lockout from searching was more than enough to actually take me out at this point. I have not activated the Thunder Monster effect, and I don't think I'll even get that opportunity to do so. But that Allure basically turned into a pot of greed. Tom! Stop slow playing! You can't add that card. You're summoning cards from the deck. Yeah. This is... When someone's taking that long, you can assume that they're basically about to die. And this is the point where you can tell them to, you know what, just hurry up. Luckily, this is a bit of like, not like an actual locals. We're just practicing. I'm going to add this card back to my hand, but I'm pretty sure I'm dead. At 56, there's not much life left after the next turn. Even if I add back the Thunder Dragon Hawk, Thunder Dragon Hawk will likely not see the time of day. Wait, hold on. I have a Gold Sark. No, the Gold Sark is pretty useless. Yeah, we're just discussing like, hey, you can't even do anything if you link that card off. You're not gonna be able to do anything unless you like somehow go into a Thunder Dragon. But you can't even activate Thunder Dragon, so you're basically dead. Proceed to link. Let's do it. Let's go into a Nightmare Phoenix. There's nothing to pop, but we're gonna use Thunder Dragon Hawk's effect. We're gonna take a little bit of a gamble. We're gonna put my card back, one card, and I don't think there's anything to draw to really break this board. It's not like I run a Dingirzu in my extra deck or not. Nope. Top deck into a... What is that? Oh, do I actually have another summon? No, it should be rather pointless. No. Scoop phase. So Phil completely makes a comeback, even though he opened a rather weak board, gets his board broken, but he makes a full comeback with Mind Control. Mind Control is ridiculously good. If you're looking to break like an Orcus board, you're looking forward to breaking a Thunder Dragon board, I think Mind Control is one of the best cards out there, especially if they don't go into a card like Hope Harbinger. Boards are pretty fragile when you Mind Control it. Oh my goodness, Phil opened a very awkward hand. He's going first. I chose to go second because I'd rather break a board, and that's just the way I like to play it. He opened double Allure, single Dark, and double Impermanence. He's got a decent hand, I guess. If he wants to stun me out, he definitely has that option. But he better hope that I don't double pop his back row. Well, it's gonna be very hard to double pop his back row anyway because it's Impermanence. He's gonna negate the Chaos Dragon Levianeer, and he's adding Dark. That was a complete tell. When someone does this play, he's just basically going for the double Allure play. I have no Ash to stop him. He's got the Aloof Lupine, and he can banish his. Yeah, there it is. Banish Roar. So Aloof Lupine in this particular case is pretty bad. He's procced both effects of Thunder Dragon Dark and Thunder Dragon Roar. The only thing he can really add is the Egg, and he needs some way to activate a Thunder Dragon or else he's not going to Colossus. And not going to Colossus is not an option because that just basically means I pass and it's game over for me. Summon out Aloof Lupine. Effect, banish out regular Thunder Dragon. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna go ahead and add the Egg. Are you sure you shouldn't have just activated the Thunder Dragon first? I felt like he could have activated the Thunder Dragon first. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and add the Egg now, but he's not going into a Colossus. Oh no, he had two. He had two copies. Okay, never mind. He's gonna go ahead and activate the Colossus, or rather the regular Thunder Dragon, until he has access to Colossus now. What an awkward hand. I don't know what I want to make out of this. He can. Oh, he drew into a. Is that a Gamma? He's got a ton of negations. Okay, he has an option here. The option is to either make a Colossus or he goes into a Lambda. If he goes into a Lambda, he has the negation. He has triple negation with the Lambda. Well, this is experimentation 101. I think Colossus would have been a bit of a better option because I'm a bit more stunned out. Wait, you're not setting 4 cards, are you? No, he's shuffling back a couple cards. He's getting rid of the cards he can't use. I believe he kept both of his Impermanences and the... Yeah, he kept both Impermanence and his... I got a Gizmek. That's interesting. Phil's build runs Gizmek. Oh my god, he dug into a Gold Sark as well. He's gonna proceed to set 1, set 2, and he's got a Gamma. That is a Lambda, so he's gonna be able to activate cards. It's gonna be pretty rough. Oh, he shuffled back in one of his Impermanences. I'm not sure that's a good idea. I do have a copy of Draco Knight. Man, I'm a total sack at this point. Triple Draco Knight, game for game. Oh, but I did open one of the Brickier cards. I have a copy of... Oh yeah, I have a copy of that World Chalice Guard Dragon. I'm gonna start off with a Gold Sark. Gold Sark is good. We're gonna throw away the Thunder Dragon Roar. Roar is gonna proceed to summon out a card. Go ahead, General. Negate my cards. No, we're gonna go into a Thunder Dragon Dark defense mode because it has to be defense mode, guys. Now I have an evenly matched in hand. I don't know why I just didn't go ahead and... Well, I guess it's kind of pointless. It's just one card. It's not really worth it. Yeah, smart move. Just negate that straight up. That gives me an option to link it off, though. And we're going to go ahead and see IP Masquerena and the effect of Dark. Dark is going to probably give me a Hawk. There's the Hawk. Evenly matched isn't really getting any value. Probably gonna save it for another turn. Oh my god, activate Hawk and get Gamma, so that gets completely negated. The activation is considered negated, and I have an IP Masquerena right now. Well, thanks for that. I guess I have a Black Dragon now. Black Dragon, go ahead. Oh, hold on. If it's a black dragon with a double corner arrow, that just means this is a guard dragon combo. Go ahead and add white dragon, go ahead and banish the black dragon, and classic guard dragon shenanigans. This could get actually really rough for Phil. Oh my goodness. I can get myself a Brotar. Brotar is gonna add Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Discard one card. I can get rid of my dragon finally. Putting it in the grave is much better than keeping it in hand. Remember, the Ib Justisar can summon it from the graveyard. It summons from graveyard or deck. Just can't summon from hand. Oh, the glare is getting a bit worse, but it's okay. We know that the middle card is a Pisty. 3 cards. Boral Sword. I believe we can still revive a card with that Pisty because Pisty has not used its effect, and the arrows allow it to do so. Oh no. One, two, three. Okay. We're gonna pop those two. So now we're down to a Lambda. We're gonna link these two off into a Romulus. Romulus, I think we're gonna get ourselves a field spell, and we're gonna re-add that Seyfert. Yeah, this is basically game at this point. And yeah, we're gonna activate the field spell Dragon Ravine. Dragon Ravine, we're gonna go ahead and throw away our copy of Tsuchinoko. Tsuchinoko, we're gonna throw a Seyfert into the graveyard. We're gonna banish the Seyfert, add back the Chaos Dragon Levianeer, and we're gonna go ahead and banish whatever that we can. It doesn't really matter. It is gonna be able to battle. We're not going to use the effect, and we're gonna proceed to just battle, gain the attack, and this is gonna go for a swing as well. And if I put a defense mode and get another swing. Oh no, Gizmek! He's still alive, and we're gonna try to push. He survived with 800 life points, but the problem is, it is now time of the round. Yeah, time of the round. He needs to do 7,200 damage for this kind of damage. Gizmek saved his life, gave him a chance. You know what? I'm gonna see if he can go into battle. No, he scooped. He scooped. Okay, so that was a very interesting game. I think it was a lot closer than it is. That Gizmek definitely would have been an epic cliffhanger. What if we went to Dingir's to send cards into the graveyard, maybe dealt epic damage, maybe even come back with an epic OTK? That was all possible. So, summarizing round one, Phil bricked pretty badly, and I basically had the nuts. And then we move on to game 2, where he actually somewhat bricked, didn't open a strong board. I broke his board, but Mind Control gave him a full comeback, and there was no way I was coming back. I entered scoop phase quite quickly soon after. And game 3, although he had a bit of a awkward opening, he chose to go into the Lambda, even though I had a lot more negates. He was hoping that the negates would completely shut me up, but being a Thunder Dragon, I guess, danger deck, you know that hand traps, you need more than 2 hand traps to completely shut us out, and therefore he paid the price and, well, ultimately suffered a defeat at the end in time. But who knows if he could have come back if it was a longer game. It was very rough, but he scooped it up. So, hopefully you guys learned a thing or two about why the Dragon Ravine is so powerful in the new variations of Seyfert Thunder Dragon. Anything that's playing Seyfert and Chaos Dragon Levianeer, keep that in mind, that the Dragon Ravine basically means I'm about to pop 2 more cards off of your side of the field. If you guys enjoyed this video, want to see more stuff from MST.TV, more live duels, I'm trying to get the Dream Mirror match, the American Dream, well, hit the thumbs up, hit subscribe, ding the notification bell, you know, pay respects to our Dingirzu, or maybe hit the bell to get it banned. Either way, I'll see you guys in the next one.